Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Davey Deathray here, back for another Davey Science Theater 3000 watch party. Yeah, what's happening, everyone? Hope you guys are having a great Friday. I hope your week went as well as possible, and I hope you've got some fun plans for the weekend. So, yeah, we're gonna just sort of jump right in here. Tonight, we're gonna be watching House on Haunted Hill, the original 1959 classic with Vincent Price. Originally, when I put this idea together, actually, the idea came from Eli Cortez, one of our mods here and great channel members. You know, originally I wanted to show the movies on the screen, but YouTube really had a problem with that one. So I do have a link in the description below. I'm going to be watching the restored version. That's the version you'll find the clip for, or the link down below for. And yeah, I actually watched this movie earlier today, so I could kind of prime myself for it. I wasn't able to pay attention to every single moment of it, but oh, excuse me, I got a little something stuck. Jeez, got a little something stuck in my throat. But yeah, it was good to be able to check it out and do a little prep for Jiminy Christmas. Excuse me, guys. 1 second, please. Woo! All right. Hopefully that clears everything up. I don't know what's going on in my throat. I swear I've been feeling fine all day. I think what it is I just baked off some pumpkin seeds earlier today to get into the spirit. And I had a couple before jumping in here. So I think there's just a little bit of a fragment stuck in there, giving me some trouble. Oh my gosh. Let me say what's up to everybody as I choke here live, you know, on YouTube for the whole world to see, or at least all 11 of you to see. Here we go. Okay. So we got Lamontre Gillard jumping in and saying what's up. He says, I love this movie so much, and I'd probably spend the night in there, but only if they give me half the money up front and half after I make it out. Yeah, guys, we have a poll up there in the chat. You know, would you stay the night in a haunted house for $100,000? Because in this movie, it's like 10 grand, and adjusted for inflation, that would be $106,350 in 2024. In the remake, I think they make it $1 million. So that's even an easier decision to make. But we have 11 votes so far. 91% say sign me up. 9% say no way, no how. And then we got Raymond Maliber, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Raymond? Says, let's go. Nothing like some Vincent Price fun for Halloween season. Absolutely. What a voice. What a face. What a performer. We got Paula Fitzhenry, another one of our great channel members. How you doing, Paula? Great to see you hanging out. Paula was asking where we are watching, and I had just answered that earlier on the stream. And then there you go right there in the chat. So just check that link down below. We got Antonis Andriotis, the birthday boy of the week. How you doing, Antonis? Always great to see you. We got Trisha McMasters, one of our patrons and channel members. How you doing, Trisha? Hope you had a great week thus far. Let's see here. We got D.A. Mac. How you doing, D.A.? One of our channel members jumping in, as well as channel member Ashton Luck. How you doing, Ashton? Looking forward to the game this weekend. You guys are playing out there in London, so you got to wake up a little early. It's not so bad. I guess what? It's 9:30 if you're out on the East Coast. I think it's like 6:30 out here in Arizona. We got Necro Mechanimal. What's happening, Necro? So awesome to see you, of course. Guys, I know I mention it all the time. The thumbnail for this video was created by Necro Mechanimal, as well as everything. Like, I put the background together. Like, I just stuck things where I wanted them to be, but he did the silhouette with our guys down there. He did the Davey Science Theater planet. And then the stars, which he found a picture of the night sky of my hometown of Juneau, Alaska, which is really cool. So thank you so much, Necro. Really appreciate that. And we got Gene Whitacombe hanging out in the chat. How you doing, Gene? Always a pleasure to have you kicking it with us here. We got Liana Beverage in the house. How you doing, Liana? Always a pleasure. Liana is one of our channel members as well. Thank you so much for that, Liana. Hope you've had a great week and you're ready to kick back and enjoy some House on Haunted Hill. Let's see here. Who else do we have in the chat? Just want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. It looks like I'm all caught up with everybody here in the chat. So what? We have 13 people hanging out with us. Hell yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, guys, in case you missed it here, on the channel just recently, where did it go? I just posted a poll regarding Leatherface because Eli had reached out to me and he was like, "Hey Davey, do you consider Leatherface like a slasher villain? Because I always thought of him as like a hillbilly kind of torture villain instead, and every time I bring that up, people sort of give me some flack, and maybe that might be a good idea for a video or a poll or something like that." And I'm like, I think that could make a fun video because we always lump Leatherface in, when we talk like the Mount Rushmore. I think for a lot of people he's on there, even if you don't love the entire Texas Chainsaw series or you have, mixed feelings about it. That first movie and even the second movie have such a great impact. So, he usually finds his way on the Mount Rushmore of horror, especially for folks that are mid 30s and older, I would say. But it is interesting to think about because it doesn't, those movies don't really fall into like your traditional kind of slasher tropes and, trappings of that subgenre. So I thought it was sort of interesting. And I put out a poll just to see what you guys think about it. And yeah, I'm thinking about, putting together a relatively quick video where I just sort of do sort of like a stream of consciousness kind of vid like this, where we just sort of openly talk about it and I kind of put it out there and then use your guys' response from the poll. And then any comments that you guys give in there, if you drop a comment on that poll, and you've got something to say about, relevant to the topic of whether or not Leatherface is a traditional slasher villain, then I'll be able to include that in the vid as well. So that might just be a fun little pre-recorded thing to do as an aside. Man, not only does Eli send movies and all that kind of fun stuff my way, but he is always giving me ideas for videos and all that kind of stuff, which is great. I mean, when I say that you guys fuel what we do here at the channel, like I don't just mean showing up and hanging out on the lives and interacting in the chat and being cool with each other and all that kind of stuff. It really is like, what you guys want to see is what I want to put out there. So if you have any ideas like that, or they're like questions that you've always pondered or something like that, especially if it's something that maybe I've brought up a similar topic, or I've got some sort of knowledge as to what you want to ask, then please send something my way. Hit me up with a DM, drop a comment on a video, including this one, and we can put a little something together. I think that would be really fun. And sometimes, like, oh gosh, I say it all the time, I don't want to be like strictly a review channel here. I don't mind doing reviews, like when it hits me and it's like something that I'm like, yeah, I want to review this, then that's cool. But in the interest of always wanting to be honest with you guys and always speaking about things that I'm passionate about, I don't want to get wedged into being like a review channel. I think there's so many great review channels out there. I watch plenty of review channels, and not that I think it's a competition or anything, but I also just sort of feel like there's another spot for my voice or another way that I can discuss these topics. So yeah, it would be cool to sort of have like a random discussion topic with you guys, and maybe even, I don't know, let me know in the chat. Maybe I should even just do a poll where I say, hey, which one of these ideas do you guys want to see the most? And whichever one gets voted is the one that I do the video on. We could do fun, like interactive stuff like that. And certainly I could do some really cool stuff like that with the members, where, the members get to pick videos either strictly for membership or even, where they get that exclusive voting right, I guess, as it were, for, videos, public videos for everyone. So let me know in the chat. I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss anyone saying what's up here, because I'm sure people start filing in as we get going. Boom, there's Jamie Hart, our original Death Squad mod. How are you doing, Jamie? She's like, I ain't scared in no haunted house. I love that. Love that there, Jamie. What's happening, Nicholas? Hope you are doing well, my guy. Leatherface is a home invasion final boy. Yeah, he's kind of like, I mean, you can say that the victims go to Jason, but Jason feels like a slasher. It has all those tropes. Whereas in Texas Chainsaw, it's like the victims always find their way. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're like trespassing, right? So they're like not only, I mean, they're literally putting themselves in harm's way. It is an interesting question that Eli poses, and I don't think that it means that you can't have Leatherface in that slasher discussion, but I do think that it's some food for thought, that uh, those movies probably belong in a different, subgenre. Hey, what's happening, Eli? There he is. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. But Eli is a total saint. Yeah, Eli, we were just chit-chatting about the Leatherface emails that you and I have going back and forth there, and the poll that I put up on the page for everyone to take part in. What's happening, Allie girl? Happy Friday. Yeah, it's Ghost Files Friday for Allie. So yeah, our guy Vincent DeSanti is going to be going live over on Womp Stomp Films here in about 40 minutes or so. So yeah, Fridays are pretty busy. I really do appreciate you guys jumping in and hanging out with us. We have about 17 people here kicking it with us. Just want to make sure I'm not missing saying hello to anyone else. We got Big Rod, one of our great channel members. How you doing, Big Rod? Ryan Olishow, how you doing, Ryan? Gene, we will be starting the movie from zero, and I'm gonna have my little handy boom right there, my little stopwatch up in the corner there, so you guys can follow along if you have to dip in or dip out or come on back. Can't stay long tonight, says Eli. My mom came down to visit for my son's birthday. I'll catch the replay. Well, I hope you guys have a great night, Eli, and say hi to your mom for me and happy birthday to your son. That's really exciting, man. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Let's see here. Necro says my favorite thing is watching horror series week to week and having videos and people to talk to about it. It's a golden era for it right now, from Teacup and Grotesquerie. Ooh, I've never heard of Grotesquerie. How is Teacup? Do you guys want to see me do something like that where I watch these horror series and do like a roundup or something like that? Again, I see a lot of people doing that, but if you guys want me to watch these and jump on a live and chit chat with you about them, I would be down. I would be down. Just let me know. Whatever keeps on bringing you guys back and whatever gets you to want to bring people here to the channel so our little community can grow. Okay, guys, we've been chit-chatting for about 15 minutes or so. Jamie wants me to watch Twin Peaks. Yeah, we got to make that happen, Jamie, for sure. Absolutely. Okay, guys. Yeah, we've been chatting for a while, about 15 minutes. Ooh, you know what I want to do here, though? I almost forgot. And I meant to do it on the last couple lives on Movie Punks and on Late Night with the Davey with Damien Maffei. I meant to gift some memberships. And actually, guys, I'm really excited because in my Michael Myers Tiki mug tonight, I have a cream soda and I've got Neapolitan ice cream in there. So chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. A little heavier on the vanilla maybe because I wanted to retain that cream soda kind of vibe. So I got this like really interesting cornucopia float going on. I'm just going to give it a quick sip here. Damn, that's tasty. All right. Let's see here. So just want to jump back into the poll. We have 21 votes. Would you stay the night in a haunted house for $100,000? 86% of 21 people say sign me up, and 14% say no way, no how. But let's give some memberships tonight. That should be pretty fun, right? Always a good time. What's happening there, Wade effin Wilson? How are you doing tonight, sir? Are you going to be making it out to For the Love of Horror? I know that's sort of in your neck of the woods. I saw a really cool picture from on the Slaughtered Lamb Movie Podcast Instagram of Frank, Darren, Wolfman's Got Nards, and the guys from Twisted Locker as well. So that's really cool to see all those guys kicking it for sure. Let's see here. Nicholas wants to know of any real haunted houses in the Texas area. Been trying to find one for ghosts. Man, I don't know anything about that. And I feel like I'm just not one of those people that would ever see a ghost. Like, I feel like it's only certain people have that ability. I just don't think I do, Nicholas. I'd probably hear some weird noises and that would be it. Trisha says, in my pink ghost face cup, I have Malibu with peach sparkling water. Ooh, that sounds tasty. Hell yeah. I'm on a sabbatical from drinking right now. So just trying to give the alcohol a break. But you know what? I do have my trusty cannabis guy here. So that's always fun. You know what I mean? Um, Big Rod, when he said that, my brain registered it in Mark Wahlberg's voice. Ooh, what did I miss here? Oh, say hi to your mother for me. Hey, so you're a goat. What's that all about? Say hi to your mother for me. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff. What's happening? Adrian James, one of our great channel members. How you doing? And we got Gory Tiger. Where's Gory? Boom, there he is. What's happening, Gory? Always great to see you. Zombie, jack-o'-lantern, alien, skull and crossbones. All right, let's give some memberships away and then get this movie going. How about it? Boom, here we go. I'm going to gift 5 memberships right now. There it is. It's been done. Who's going to get these memberships? Holy cow. Alley Girl. Who else? Wade Effin Wilson, Dean Renner, Manny's Manic Media, and Ty Lee. How about that? Very cool. Most of these folks, I think, other than Wade and Dean, I think everyone else has been a member before. So welcome back to membership to Allie, Manny's Manic Media, and Ty Lee. And welcome to membership for the very first time, Wade Effin Wilson and Dean Renner. Hope you guys enjoy the content we have over there. There are some exclusive streams that you can go check out. And I definitely need to be better about posting, even if it's just like regular stuff from my life, like just posting some pics just for you guys. Nothing weird, just like, hey, here's a picture of our cats, or here's what I'm watching tonight. This is the record I'm listening to. A whole bunch of stuff that you don't really want to know about, but might feel special because it's only going to the channel members. Does that make any sense? I don't know. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anyone that's jumped in. Wade is in Northern Ireland, just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Well, maybe one of these days you can make it out there, man. The conventions are really, really fun. So, always have a blast at those. I'd love to make it out to For the Love of Horror. That's a pretty long trip, but hey, I'll be there at H50 for sure. Out in Pasadena. Liana says foot picks could be a reason to add a second tier of membership. Yeah, I've got 3 tiers, so maybe feet picks could be in the second and third. Just the 2 higher ones. What's happening, Gina? Hope you have a great night of rest. And yeah, come on back and check it out in the replay. Okay, guys, we are gonna get this movie going. There is a link in the description below for the version that I'm watching. I'm watching on YouTube. Really, I think YouTube is like hosting the movie for free right now. So I'm watching a restored version on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. And on go, I'm going to press play and start the timer. So, all right, here we are. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my gosh. You guys, I have to start over. For whatever reason, it didn't play when I pushed play. I pushed A. All right. 3, 2, 1, go. There we are. Allied Artists Pictures Corporation presents. Hello? Oh, yeah. This is like pretty much what happens every night when I close my eyes and try to go to sleep. Just a bunch of screaming. What's happening, Shay? Welcome on in. Yeah, it's the perfect time. Absolutely. When they're really setting the mood here, I do got to give it up to him. In 1959, William Castle knew what was up. RFK Jr.? What? He's got those Kennedy eyes. What's up, Watson? He had strict rules to not blink during this intro. Not allowed. One a.m. cinnamon rolls. Love it. Ah, the Joker? What's happening, Gavin? Great to see you, man. I wore my black sweatshirt so it looks like my head's floating. Ooh. Love the theatricality, the literal theatricality, you know, very much like a stage play here, these openings. Vincent also on strict orders not to blink. No blinking allowed. Like Mac's dad and It's Always Sunny. He looks bored. Well, no seatbelts back then, huh? Move it! I gotta get to work. Wow, she looks the most bored. They're just reusing the same footage here, I think. Oh, Trisha, I really wanted to see The Substance, and I think I missed it, unfortunately. Just incredibly busy, so I'll probably have to catch it on streaming or something like that. I've heard good things about Smile too, though. Hey, hello, Nora. What's happening? That's just instead of seatbelts back then, it was just you just have to hold on to this strap, I guess. That's a very interesting way to go. And man, they are just putting along here. That's a really interesting, like, what the hell is that? Like a museum? Ooh, the caption says spooky music. Does everybody have their doctor bag? Okay. All right, let's go in. Ah, yes, Vincent Price. Good old Robbie White. Yeah, what is this? Some sort of Egyptian pyramid? Some sort of strange. I really do want to know. Does this building still exist? Somebody in the chat, take a look. It's got to be somewhere in LA, right? Don't be shy. Come on through. Nope. Oh, wait. They can't. Oh, okay. Do it. Jump. Yeah, do it. Come on. Jump. Yeah. Walks through like he's the T-1000. Oh, does anyone know where we're supposed to go? This is like a temple in Zelda. Man, it didn't even clean up before everyone showed up for the party? What the hell's going on here? Everything I've heard about it, Trisha, it just may. I heard the last act is pretty brutal. That's hilarious, Necro. If that's true, then it's definitely worth a watch, right? Raymond. Sorry, we didn't have time to dust. These two have already paired off. They're like, we're a couple now. Yeah, we're both the young people. We're a couple. Yeah. This guy's trying to be Gregory Peck, but he's just not quite there. 4 wives. What is he, Mormon? Oh, say. Thanks, Big Rod. I'm a fan. I am a Zelda fan. Love those games. I'm trying, Gene. I'm trying. I don't like write anything down before jumping in. But you guys are more than welcome to make some jokes as well while we watch along. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Nicholas. What's happening, Zub? How are you doing? This house just it's like Resident Evil as well. Like once they're on the inside, very reminiscent. And Vincent Price is like, how tall is this guy? Oh my goodness. Woo! Man, his wife is just a little bit hot, huh? Just a little bit. Look at that. She's kind of got this bustier-ish sort of top too. Not bad. Not bad at all. I love it. I hate them. There's a bizarre little statue of like a clown or something like that playing the lute. Yeah, he is all over the place. Don't you point that thing at me. See, it seems like they may be sort of actually joking with each other and they do like each other. Um, and I guess I was wrong to assume that the first time watching this movie. Oh yeah, he was in the Batman TV show. Oh yeah, the remake is great. We had talked about we were talking about it the other night on Late Night with the Davy, and yeah, I haven't seen it in a really long time. I was hoping, like, I don't know, maybe it is streaming somewhere um right now because I would love to watch it again. Um, I watched like an updated trailer for it, and they give away so much in the trailer. It's stupid. Oh, it's on Tubi. Okay, they only give it a 5.6. Oh, it was great. These two are the original, what is it? Chucky and Tina. Is it Tina? Why do I not feel strong about that one? Tiffany, yeah. I knew I didn't have it right. What the hell am I doing? I saw that it got released, Antonis, but I haven't watched the trailer yet. I don't know if I don't know. I can't remember anything saw in the trailer for chapter 1. Yeah. As Champ would say in Slam and Salmon, when you assume you make an ass out of yourself. Yes, I know. I'm terrible. I'm the worst. This guy just grabs a knife out of nowhere. Everyone, I will say this, for 1959, like everyone's there in frame, everything's in focus, like it's a good looking shot. Only two. Boo. That should have been the name of the movie, Two Loose Heads. Give our snuggles right back to Ziggy Puppy there, Gina. Have a great night. Yeah, I'll have to I remember seeing that they did like 13 Ghosts and all that stuff as well, right, Trisha? And we get to the real plot of the movie. Boozing, just drinking it up. I love these drinks that he makes. I looked at it, it's like 2 shots, an ice cube, and a little squirt of soda. And that's just the way people drank back then. It wasn't you're not getting some frou-frou drink or anything. It's like, do you want gin, vodka, or whiskey? You pick one of those 3, please. Boom. Yeah, I remember thinking those other movies were pretty fun. Wade F. and Wilson says there's a great video on here that's like retro soundscape Halloween movie. It's a Halloween movie ambiance, and it uses House on Haunted Hill. Such a calming video. That is The Haunting, Antonis. The Haunting has Liam Neeson, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Owen Wilson, I think, is in that one. The House on Haunted Hill remake has Jeffrey Rush, Famke Janssen, Tay Diggs, Bridget Wilson, I think is her name, and Chris Kattan. Yeah, Liana. How many candles are in that chandelier right behind him? It's like a friggin' Castlevania level, all these friggin' candles and candelabras. Beautiful ornate chairs, ornate everything. Whenever I watch one of these old-timey movies, even Kate and I watched Sweeney Todd last night, and it's like everything back then was so ornate and nice. If you owned anything at all, it was all decked out. Oh yeah, Ali Larder's in there as well. Back in her extra hot days, absolutely. Usually don't like beer, but Liam's talks about these. At Liam's is that Liana? Yeah. Talks about these caramel pumpkin beers I've yet to try that sound good. And Nicholas says I enjoy good vodka and wine. I never like beer. Oh, Liana, not Liam's. Yeah. I was like, wait, what's going on? Because I'm looking at everything on StreamYard, so I don't even see if the tags or not. Isn't this exciting? Who's the better Wilson, Luke or Owen? Gosh, I don't know. I like them both in different things. I don't know. I really, really like Blue Streak with Martin Lawrence, and Luke Wilson's in that one. He's really good. I also really enjoy the Royal Tenenbaums. Both of them are in that. They're both really good. That's a tough one. That would be a good poll, Big Rod. I heard Luke is kind of a jerk, but I don't have any experience. Yeah, I remember not liking the Haunting movie as much as House on Haunted Hill. I think it came right after, if I'm correct. And I just thought House on Haunted Hill was just a little like trippier, a little bit better at being scary. Oh yeah, it's perfect, Jamie. There's like the gothic Johnny Depp trilogy, which is like Sleepy Hollow, From Hell, and Sweeney Todd. You can just watch those three every fall, perfect. Absolutely, Big Rod. Yep, you are right. You buy a chair and it's beautiful and it'll last you forever. Have a great night, DA. Hope work is as smooth as can be. And yeah, jump on into the replay if you'd like. There's a cure for that upstairs. Let's go get hosed. Love the old cats are immediately like, yes, booze me, please. And these two, this guy's like, you want to find a closet and play 7 minutes in heaven or what, babe? Listen here, toots. No, no, no. You don't get to leave. I'm the man. It's 1959. What I say goes. Listen here. Yeah, From Hell's really good. Ian Holm is really, really good in that movie. I mean, he's good in everything he's in. Yeah, that movie's really fun. Great, great like atmosphere in that one. I think that's based on, isn't it based on a comic book or like a graphic novel? I think. I mean, obviously it's based on like the real story, but I think like the direct source material for the movie came from a graphic novel, if I remember correctly. Yeah. I mean, it's right there. If you want to hear Johnny Depp with a British accent and without watching a Pirates movie, Sleepy Hollow, From Hell, Sweeney Todd. I never watched chapter 2, Jamie. I need to check that one out. And what are they brewing here? What they're just making their own wine with all this dusty shit? Closet, just some ghosts in there and some dead bodies. Don't worry about that. Anyways, so what's this do? Is that the grinder from Sweeney Todd? I think so. Oh, jackpot. Surprise! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah, that's the one, Raymond. The plot? No. Yeah, you should check it out again. This is the perfect time of year. Oh, don't worry, Nicholas. I'm sure that you'll get another Jack the Ripper movie at some point, and I'm sure it'll be nice and bloody. I can't remember exactly how bloody it is, but I remember really liking the vibe and everything for sure, and the mystery of it all. Ooh, I need to see Dark Shadows. I've never seen that one. It's originally it was an old British like comedy TV show, right? And then they adapted the movie. Is that right? She doesn't know what to think. Damian Leone said the bedroom kill in Terrifier 2 was inspired by Jack the Ripper's final kill, which is showcased in From Hell. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Slow down, lady. We're pretty wasted. What did you say? Gosh, I hope sometime soon. It's been really busy in October with doing streams, and then Kate and I have been busy on the weekends. So we'll plan something sometime soon, Antonis. Yeah, I need to check them out. Never checked it out before. Oh, Scream 3. You guys are right. We owe you the rest of the Scream franchise at the very least. I think, for Kate, it's like she enjoys doing those. But sometimes they go on a little long, and admittedly it's like it's my passion, and I love bringing her in to my passion, and sharing that with you guys, of course. And sharing you guys with her, of course. But I think it's one of those things where, especially in the summer, we were like really, really good about doing those Jaws movies. It was really fun and all that stuff. So, maybe like once a month we'll do like a movie date with Davy and Kate kind of thing. Oh, daytime soap opera. Yeah, Scream 3 is all right. What the hell was that? It doesn't even give an answer. What does it look like? Like, you could have said looked like a woman. She had this like scraggly hair. She kind of floated towards me. Something. Come on, Nora. Oh, back in the day, you could just blame everything on hysteria. You'd be like, well, she's a woman. She has ovaries. She's hysterical. That's it. That's all the explanation we need. Science. This guy is finishing the bottle here. Oh. Mm. Cream soda float, man. Underrated, just like Scream 3. This lady's like, I'd like one scotch and then two scotches. We got Brad Johnson in the chat. What's happening, Brad? I can't remember if I asked you, have you been to the Seattle Museum of Pop Culture? The horror section is great. I've never been there before. Next time I'm in Seattle, I got to check it out. Although I don't know when that will be, because I'm all the way down here in the desert right now. Yeah, he tripped and fell on a man in the closet. It takes him a while to find out like what the heck's really going on, doesn't it? Like, this guy, like, even he doesn't really remember. He's not like, oh, something hit me. Like, wouldn't you know if something hit you? I don't know. Figure you would. Yeah, I think it's good. I enjoy Scream 3 a lot more lately than I did, 5, 10 years ago. I still think part 4 is the best sequel, though. Yeah, I mean, I probably rank it fourth, 4 out of 6. I think it's better than 5 and 6 for sure. I don't think 5 and 6 are very good. I know, unpopular opinion. What can you do? We got 28 votes on the poll in the chat. Would you stay the night in a haunted house for $100,000? That is the $10,000 adjusted for inflation. 83% of 29 people say sign me up, and 17% say no way, no how. If you haven't voted yet, jump on in and vote. Raymond doesn't like Scream 3 at all. When was the last time you watched it, Raymond? I'm interested to know. Holy cow, Trisha says Scream 4 is my least favorite. Oh, damn. That is what meth does to you. It freezes your hands. You start floating around, face gets all crusty. And, conditioner in the hair, I would recommend, for anyone, for sure. But we love hanging out with you, Paula. Oh, I would not stay in room 1408. It seems like that's a guaranteed death, right? Or like maybe by the time, or does 1408, does it even like, does it represent death or, the in between to me, it seems like it's a guaranteed death. So I would not want to stay in room 1408. I would stay in the house on Haunted Hill and I just kick it in the main room, right? I would just like read a book. I think the problem that these people get themselves in is they all start wandering around and trying to like figure out what the heck is going on instead of just like, just ride that wave, just let life happen. It's just 8 hours locked in this place and boom, you get 10 grand when you leave. Back then, 10 grand could probably buy you a house. Ooh, are we about to get some hot Hammer film action? A little couple of cuties, but I do think I find Blondie more attractive here. Absolutely. Mm-mm. Let's do each other's hair and then do each other. Yeah, it's totally depressing that you've rented out this giant mansion and you're just like so rich you don't even know what to do with yourself. Super depressing. Uh I would not want to stay in room 237. I think the difference is, Brad, in this movie, it doesn't seem very threatening, but in The Shining and in room 1408 or 1408, I guess is just what it's called. Um, it seems like there's some real shit going on. What about would you if you guys could pick between you have to pick room 237 from the Overlook Hotel or the woods from the Blair Witch Project. Which one would you stay in for 100 grand if you had to pick? Yeah. Open bar, dude. It's a well-known fact, Liana, that ghosts don't interrupt folks who are blacked out. They float around and they're like, "Oh, this guy's unconscious. I'm just gonna move on. I'll get one of these other easy targets." Hello. This guy's suit is the worst. It's like this wool thing on top and these baggy ass, like flimsy slacks. Ugh. Is that really how a test pilot would have dressed back then? I feel like they would have been a bit more sharp, a bit more sharp. No way. No way. Watched it a few months ago. Yeah, they definitely had the story compromised because of Columbine and everything. So yeah, they had to make some adjustments to the story for sure. I think out of all the movies they made, that was the one that they had to change the most from the final version, the original final version of the script to the shooting script. Gene, yeah. Don't you love it when they light a candle and it almost lights up the whole room? Yeah, it's as if there's someone behind the camera also turning on a light. All that cracks me up in old-timey movies all the time. It's hilarious. The Woods, and Jamie would be the Woods over room 237, fair enough. What do you need help with? Uh, do you need me to put lotion on your back? Mm, I think Sydney's probably weakest in Scream 5. Um, oh, and you don't like Emma Roberts. Well, I guess if you don't like Emma Roberts, then that's gotta be tough for you. I don't know her from much, but I think her performance in that movie is incredibly strong. So yeah, she works for me, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's one of my favorites. I really didn't see that coming, you know. Brad says what made Blair Witch so terrifying is that it was before cell phones. It literally was out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, that's why I like when movies don't acknowledge cell phones, like the Evil Dead from 2013. They don't even bring up the idea of using a cell phone. I like that. Imagine you're in the Blair Witch Forest in the Overlook Hotel Room 37 in a jigsaw trap. There you go. The question is, would you rather stay in the Blair Witch Forest or room 237 from the Overlook Hotel? Saturnine. Oh, he's calling her a hoe. Yeah, I mean, why did you guys get married? Yeah. I'll just say it again. She is a hottie. I don't know if you guys are watching along with this, but holy crap. Yeah, I'd stay in the woods, followed immediately by room 237 to not end up in a damn saw bathroom. Man. I'm not big on TV, Brad. I watch it occasionally. I've seen some Dexter. I saw some when Jimmy Smits was on there. I don't know. I can't remember which season it was, but I saw a couple episodes when he was on there, and he like wants Dexter to like show him how to do it. You know, is this a 50 Shades of Grey prequel? Room service. We're gonna have a couple more drinks. Talk about normalizing alcoholism in these movies because they drink all night and nothing seems to happen. No one seems to be acting weird. Holy shit. That is brutal. Oh, damn. Ugh. Not bad for 1959. Not bad. Although her reaction's pretty abbreviated. She's just sort of like, oh, that's inconvenient. I'm out of here. I think I'd freak the fuck out. I think I'd start screaming. Yeah, what could go wrong? All right. Yeah, maybe I'll have to give it a shot. I've got Max, and I think it was an HBO show, right? So it should be on there. I don't know. I need you to help me shrink my nose. I really like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think that's a great, like, kind of horror-ish series. I mean, yeah, it's horror. Oh, here we go. Here's the prequel to Jamie's. These two. What a lovely couple. His wife knows how to float. It's very impressive. Biggest reason I hate Scream 3 is Roman claims he ordered Bill and Stewie to do the killings when we know that's not how it went. It makes sense that Roman could have been the mastermind. We just didn't know until 3. Yeah. It is interesting to think of it that way. It certainly is a retcon the way it was written. I don't know, man. It's like the last couple times I've watched Scream 3, like Roman really works for me somehow. And especially like when he and Sydney have that moment, like after she, when they're like holding hands, like I think at that point you think he's about to die. I think she stabbed him in the neck or something like that. Um, I really like that moment. I don't know what it is. Yeah. If you know where the water source is, you can always follow a river to the nearest town. There you go. And hotels have lots of doors, so you can always leave. Absolutely, Paula. That's exactly why that whole In the Wild or Into the Wild story just didn't jive with me because all that guy had to do was follow the little creek or river downstream, and you're going to find people at some point. So I think he purposely let himself go out there. 10K to hang out with some weirdos who don't talk. Sign me up. Yeah, just give me a big old bad bag of sticky weed and some books or something. I'll bring my Nintendo Switch or play that harpsichord or piano back there, what have you. Man, talk about a friggin' Irish goodbye. What makes this guy the expert? Brother Fluff, what's happening? He says, I would stay in that house for free. We live behind a cemetery that my mom worked at when I was a kid. So have you seen any ghosts before, Brother Fluff? I never have. Ooh, I don't know, Antonis. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like first week of December or yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it's early in December for sure. You guys are too sweet. Everyone's playing nice. I love it. These little coffins are so cute and it's hilarious. Here's a gun. Everyone take a gun. What could go wrong, right? This is what you do. You just pull this thing back, you point it at the thing you want to kill, and then you blow everyone's eardrums out. It's great. You know. Brad, you've seen a ghost for real? Davey, if you can go back in time and meet H. Holmes, uh the guy that killed all those people in that hotel or whatever. No, I would like to stay safely away from killers. Nicholas, I love watching horror movies. It's really, really fun and all that. It's an exciting roller coaster. However, real life horror and stuff like creeps me out. And I mean, it certainly is like fascinating that throughout history we've had, these people that are anomalies that do these terrible things. I mean, it's fascinating, but it's also horrible. Free guns and alcohol, it just gets better. Is it an allegorical tale about the United States of America in the 80s and 90s? No ghosts, but they would prepare bodies in the room next to her office. Yeah, it's wild. Big Rod had a blender turn on with no one around, no one in the same room in a house I used to live in that the owner died in the house. Were they smoothie enthusiasts? Smoothie enthusiasts? Man, that's almost like a little tongue twister there. That's crazy, Brad. I did not know that. When did you live in a haunted house in Hawaii? Gory Tiger says, I once saw a shadow person. What is a shadow person? Like they literally are just a shadow, or is that a name for some sort of Illuminati lizard person? I'm curious to know. Hanging out there with some drinks, chatting, easy breezy 10K. Throw in Jamie and make it a party. Absolutely. Play some Until Dawn or Silent Hill 2 or something like that. Just some video games to pass the night. There would be tons of blood in that thing. Come on. Look at what you did. You're hysterical. I love it. As soon as a woman said back then, as soon as a woman says something that you have any sort of question, you're like, can I give you a pill? I just think it would be better if you passed out. That is gnarly, Brad. So many people don't know about the Kushtaka. I'd be surprised most people that don't live in Alaska, I brought it up. I've got the guys over on Scaredy Cast. I went and hung out with them once and did a podcast with them, and they always talk about, cryptozoology. And I brought up the Kushtaka, and they had never heard of it, and they're like into that stuff. Yeah, Raymond. I mean, that's why Black Christmas and the original Halloween like scare me more and more every year because they seem so realistic to me. I mean, it's Black Christmas seems very realistic. Um, that's kind of how those people operate. Because I do like watching interrogation videos when like homicide detectives catch people that have done terrible crimes. So I've watched those and heard people can, finally get to the point where they end up confessing what they did. And it seems like most people who are serial killers, behave in a way that's kind of similar to what Billy and Michael do. Xanadu, stately estate of Charles Foster Kane. Jamie says, I lived in a haunted house. My first apartment was owned by my great grandparents. My papa haunted that place when he died. I knew it as a small child, and I knew it in 1998 when I rented it. What's that like when you know that? Man, I don't like I hear stuff in this house, like weird creaks and pops that I just figure are normal. But the cats will sometimes like Cosmo will go into a corner and like look at this corner and talk or whatever. And I'm just like, are you seeing a ghost? Like, are you seeing something that I'm not seeing? Did something terrible happen in this house and no one's let me know? Oh, is that the possum from I call the big one Bitey from The Simpsons. I do think true crime is really interesting. I don't want to meet these people though. They're killers, right? My first instinct would be to get away. Yeah, I never watched that show. I've watched so many Jeffrey Dahmer like interviews and documentaries and stuff. I find that stuff more fascinating than a TV show that like lies about almost everything. Like they get so much stuff wrong in that show. The Niecy Nash character that everything that they had her character do in that movie, there was like no one that did that. It was like an amalgamation of a couple people, and none of his neighbors expected anything or suspected anything. Yeah, I don't like dramatizations of stuff like that because they always lie when they tell those stories. That's why I don't like. I'm a huge music fan, and people are like, "Oh, you got to watch the Queen. You got to watch Bohemian Rhapsody. You got to watch the Elton John movie." And I'm like, these movies are just full of lies. Like they can't even get a biography right. I'd rather watch a documentary. I guess that's just and I just think it's more interesting because you're like actually going to the source. You're hearing from the police officers, or you're watching and there's an interview with Jeffrey Dahmer and his father Lionel. I can't remember if it was 60 Minutes. He did a couple interviews after he was arrested that are pretty interesting. I don't know about them being smoothie enthusiasts, but I was a margarita maniac that night. What's happening, Coy? Great to see you, my guy. Hope you had a great week. Happy Sanjo, one of our, I think, the very first channel member and of the highest tier. So welcome, welcome, Coy. Hope your Friday is kicking along very nicely for you right now. Dang. Yeah, I can see that, Jamie. It would be tough to talk about that. I've never experienced anything like that that's been truly, truly frightening like that. Yeah, he kind of is. I mean, throughout that series, he's sort of like that. I mean, he thinks he's teaching lessons. I don't know if that was, I don't know enough about H.H. Holmes to know if that's something that he did. Seems like H. Holmes just liked to kill people that came and stayed at his hotel. No way, man. Heck yeah. Yeah, I'm right around Phoenix. I'm in the West Valley. I mean, around Phoenix, it's this huge area. You can drive for like an hour and a half and still be in like Maricopa County. I'm talking hour and a half, like on the freeway, and still be in Maricopa County. Well, yeah, man. If you head on out here, then we're gonna have to kick it for sure. Help! Let me out! What did he think he was gonna accomplish there? Oh, the flowers look like they need some water. Wait, they went from one room just right to another. What's happening? I'm still not Gregory Peck. Can you help me out with that? Gene, I am watching it on YouTube. There is a link in the description below for the exact stream that I'm watching. That is pretty freaky deaky, Nicholas. You got to trust what animals can see because they see, a different spectrum of light than what we see. Oh, gotcha. Killing to sell bodies. No one got suspicious. They're like, oh, this guy just comes by all these bodies, just no big deal. Don't worry about it. Damn. Yeah, Grandpa Ghost was like, close the door. No open doors. And nobody touched the thermostat. Yeah, secret passages, kind of like vacancy. I don't see ads pop up. I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't ever have ads. I apologize if you having ads, but you can if you need to jump up to the spot where we're at, the little ticker's going right there for you. Holy crap, that is super freaky, Jamie. This guy's like surprised face. He is drunk. He's wasted. That sounds so scary. How dare you hang out with my dead wife's body? The hell kind of weird shit are you getting into? And they don't seem very concerned that she's dead. It's funny the way they treat it back in 59, where it's like, no, it would start smelling. It would be very disturbing to know that that was happening. You would want to distance yourself. Yeah, you would want to be sitting in here smoking and drinking and hanging out with your gun. Into his tidy whities, and the shirt like tails are like coming out through the leg holes too. Oh, I'm so sorry, Paula. There may be, and I'm sure there are multiple, feeds of it, and who knows, maybe the restored version that's part of YouTube has more ads than some of the others. So please feel free to jump over to another stream if you want to avoid those ads. Yeah, political ads are the worst. Listen, if you don't know which way you're going as of October 18th, then it probably just ain't happening. So I think they can just cool it with the political ads. Basements are freaky. Always freaky. Yeah, there you go. You could write a book. Just take a nap. 6 hours. Go to bed. It's 2 in the morning. What's happening, Jigsaw? Great to see ya. Jumping in on the Scream 3 talk. Jigsaw says, good evening. By the way, Roman could have very well been the Ghostface watching Sydney and Tatum in the supermarket. Just saying, and then has a laughy face. Yeah, I mean, technically he could have been there, right? Um, I don't think that he was. I think that it's Billy and Stu doing everything. But yeah, you're right. There are some those like daytime scenes in the supermarket, and then I think it's outside of Tatum's house. Those are odd. Those are like standout, something that you don't see in a Scream movie after that. Only in the very first one do you like see him in the middle of the day just like hanging about stalking. There you go. Yeah, guys, if you have Shutter, you can watch the film on Shutter. This is bullshit. Why haven't they played Sweet Dreams by Marilyn Manson in this movie yet? Hey, that's the way to go. Yep, I don't need to know, but it's good to know that you've got your mind made up. Mhm. 34 votes on our question in the poll. Would you stay the night in a haunted house for $100,000? 85% of 34 people. Oh, 86% of 35 people say sign me up. And 14% say no way, no how. They're all so chipper. It's like 2 in the morning. They've been drinking all night. Like people are dying. They're all just like, yeah. Does anybody have any pomade? I think my hair's running out. We all have guns. This guy. You're all doomed. Is this guy the original Crazy Ralph? Big Rod says, did Scream take place during Halloween time? I can't recall a specific date in the movie, but everyone was watching scary movies and you could buy the costume at any five and dime across the state. Yeah, I think it's reasonable to think it's sometime in the fall. I mean, it looks like it, right? And if they're talking about being able to buy the costume, I think that sort of gives it away. That's interesting, Big Rod. Yeah, you're right. I've never thought about it. I also think, with the watching scary movies, yeah, it could have something to do with spooky season. And it could be that like, Randy's just he's the guy that supplies the movies because he works at the video store and he's the one that like wants to get all of his friends into horror. But what you're saying there about the costume, I think that seals the deal that this is probably taking place early in the school year. They are all smoking. Yeah. Got the nicotine or the alcohol kind of brings you down and then the nicotine wakes you up. You gotta keep a good balance. Yeah. It is odd. Okay. You've convinced me, Jigsaw. It's Roman. Roman is in Scream 1. Actually, a good person to ask would be Chris Snyder from Movie Misfits Video. He's putting together a whole series of who killed who for each Scream film. So it'll be interesting to see if he puts Roman there in that first film. Let me light another couple candles. There we go. Take this watch off. It's so itchy underneath this watch. Oh, yes. There we go. Yeah, I got my little Bible. Let me just see here. Only the penitent man will pass. Jehovah spelled with an I. Okay, yes. Yeah, I don't recommend doing it. I smoked briefly when I was like 21. I dated a girl who smoked, and people, you were allowed to smoke in bars at that time. So I just figured, okay, might as well. It's all around me. But I was fortunate enough to never really, you know, never had the urge to pick it up as a habit. I do enjoy cigars from time to time, and actually, we're finally in that time of year, out here in the Phoenix area where you can go outside at night and enjoy a stogie. Ah, Chris is at Scarefest right now. Is there anyone that is in that area? Scarefest is the one in Kentucky, right? Is there anyone in that area that is looking for a ticket? Because I might have a way to get a couple tickets freed up for someone if you guys are in the area and wanna go to that fest or convention, I guess. It's a better word for it. I guess when I think of fest, I think of like music. He's going with the theory that Roman had a partner. Well, Roman had at least Billy, right? And then Billy brought in Stu. Do you think Stu knew about Roman? If we're going to assume that Scream 3, it does sort of retcon a little bit, but um, do you think that Stu also knew about Roman? Because at the end of Scream, when we find out that Sydney's mom was sleeping with Billy's dad, Stu looks genuinely surprised. Like that, it's almost like Billy had held that piece of information back. Oh yeah, Chris Snyder is great. Love him. Love that guy. Big Rod says, "I wish I never started smoking and need to stop." Yeah, it's something I enjoy doing every now and then. When I was in my early 20s, and you have like a drink or two and a couple puffs on a cigarette, it like really enhanced the experience. But the older I've gotten, I even like last week I went out and hung out. My brother has some friends visiting from Finland, and I went out and met up with them for some football. And I had a couple beers and some food and stuff. And I just, man, even the next day, I didn't even drink that much, but even the next day, I was like, I don't like the way I feel. I think I'm gonna go back on my drinking sabbatical. So it's been about 5 days or so now that I've not had anything, and yeah, probably keep it that way for a good bit. Well, I'm not a Beetlejuice, but if you say my name 3 times, you might end up in a trap. Yeah, they don't really let people smoke in movies nowadays, huh? Like only bad guys. Have a great night, Gene. In that scenario, I assume Stu didn't know about Roman, just like he didn't know Billy planned on stabbing him to death. Yeah, Billy was not very forthright. Jamie, I love your sneaky smoking. How many cigarettes do you think you have a day, Jamie? Yeah, cigars are fun, man. I'm not like not too knowledgeable, but I do like once I find like a brand or a kind of cigar that I like, I sort of lean into that. Um, what are the ones that I really have been digging lately? It's like J Fuera or something like that. I'm trying to remember what it was called. Ah, I do believe Stu knew about Roman. His line at the end, watched a few movies, took a few notes. It was fun. There's a theory that one of the actresses in the movie they were making was a killer too. Yeah. Yeah, Angelina, who's playing Sydney in the Stab 3 or whatever, was originally going to be one of the killers. Oh, freaky deaky. Shoot it. Well, it certainly can do that. Yeah. Ah, how'd she get back up there? Ugh. Creepy mummy hand. All these vases everywhere just makes me think of Resident Evil 4. I just want to go up and crack them and get some money or some ammo, you know? Ah, Liana. How did I get roped into this? Ah, don't mind me. I'm just hanging around. You guys are great. You guys are funnier than I am by a long shot. Oh my goodness. Well, Angelina and Charlie finally fall in love. Coming up next on Days of Our Lives. Hmm. Yeah, I think five like sort of does. I just think the final acts in both of those movies are really weak in the latest Scream movies. Yeah, motorcycles are it's a lot more dangerous than driving a car. Yeah, I think Stu's dead. Um, but it doesn't matter what I think. The people that are making Scream 7 are gonna either keep that door open or give us a definitive answer, I suppose. I don't understand how he would have lived though. He says he's dying, he's bleeding all over the place. His sweatshirt is soaked with blood. His last little bit of adrenaline he uses to attack Sydney, and she crushes his face with the TV. So even if the TV isn't the death blow, I think the bleeding out is. Yeah. Interesting. Roman on the phone with Casey. Wow. Okay. I just figured, yeah, they were both there, one at each door. Maybe Stu was the one on the phone because that's his ex girlfriend. So he was, having his fun. If Stu's alive, they should have him fall into a river and get saved by an old man in the woods who he later kills. That would be amazing. And a thorn tattoo on his wrist. Why not? Let's go full bore. Well, he certainly should be, Raymond. I would be pretty disappointed if they bring Stu back. We always talk about how strong of a franchise Scream is and that it's, one of the strongest, maybe the most consistent slasher franchise out of all of them. Whether or not you like it, I think you can look at it and say it's pretty consistent. But if they bring Stu back, then I think that is one of those like Halloween 5 kind of moments. Freddy's dead kind of moments, something like that. Just a horror jump the shark. She was faking the whole time? Oh, now she's even hotter. I don't know. Whoa, hey, oh. Yeah, let's get this off. These two are in cahoots. Again with the hysteria. Until you get a hysterectomy, you can have hysteria. Yeah. They just assumed. Check for a pulse, check to see if she's breathing, the fact that she looks gorgeous the entire time. No, she's stupid. She is stupid. Oh, this doctor is the worst. This is a great example of early gaslighting, right? I'm gonna tell you, you have hysteria while I'm the one that's, putting you through all of this torment. Ugh. So she's grossed out by Vincent Price. She doesn't like him, but she likes this old guy? What is going on? Are you looking at me? Wow. I don't even know what year that was, Jamie. That's how not old I am. No, just joking. I'm old as shit too. Yeah. Yeah, the fans that wanna see Stu back, it's just for the nostalgia of it, and yeah, having, Lillard come back. But you can catch Matthew Lillard in Five Nights at Freddy's 2 on December 5th, 2025. I saw they just released that. Mm-mm. Oh, Vincent Price is just so iconic. Don't shoot him. Oh, you got me right in the gullet. That's the most she found a friggin' head in her luggage and she was less upset. Is that a Rube Goldberg machine back there? I had no idea. What house is complete without a, acid pit? I think it's a really important thing to have. Whenever I'm shopping around for a home, I'm like, yes, yes, this is all well and good. The bedrooms, the bathrooms, the kitchen, it looks beautiful. But do you have like a retractable floor that reveals a pit of despair made of toxic chemicals and acid that will, reduce any living creature to just bone? And that's usually where the conversation ends, unfortunately. That's hardcore. Homesick. Eating saltines, sipping on 7 Up, eating some chicken noodle soup. Oh, and we got legs for days here. I ain't mad at it. Each one of these watch parties is just gonna devolve into me um just being terrible about the hot actresses in here. Holy cow, we got a 4.99 super chat from Antonis. Thank you so much, Antonis. He says, "What kind of Halloween candy will you be passing out this year, Davey?" Well, we've got Lifesaver gummies, Starburst, Twizzlers, Airheads, Nerds. That's in the bag that we've got now. There's some Skittles in there as well. And then we'll probably get a bag of like chocolate, like Kit Kat, Hershey, Reese's, something like that. So I'll probably do like a fruity bag and a chocolate bag for the kiddos. We get a decent amount out here, like where we live is you know, um, there's plenty of kids out here in our neighborhood, Antonis. So yeah, we get a pretty good amount of trick or treaters. It's fun. Oh shit. I like you could see the black dot in the top of the skull. It's like that must be where the string is attached. But I like that you can't see the strings. See, that's why we don't need a 4K of everything. Hey, babe, got a sandwich? I'm feeling kind of skinny. Ugh. I just imagine it like click clacking. Great zoom. Classic horror shot right there. This is pretty goofy. This is pretty goofy right here. And I do see some of the strings, I think. Oh no, dude, she's gonna fall in. Oh shit, don't do it. Yeah, I can see the strings. Yeah, thank you so much for the 4.99, Antonis. How about you? What kind of candy are you going to be giving out to the folks out there? What even is the point of having an acid pit in your house? Well, so you can kill people, probably. Yeah, that is that is how it goes when you're out in the country there. There's been a lot of places that I've lived where you're supposed to see the strings. Yeah. Now I'm the idiot. Oh my goodness. It still looked pretty silly. That is a hilarious contraption there. Yeah, there have been like certain times in my life, depending on where I've lived, where just don't get very many trick or treaters. I mean, in Portland, I felt like we hardly, no matter where I lived in Portland, there were like never trick or treaters. Man, so he just straight up killed her. Hey, girl, want a bone? They're both dead. Oh, gotcha. Don't mind me just cracking my knuckles. Lance. Totally forgot the character's name. Had no idea. All right, we just got like a minute left. We are closing out the film right now. Oh, it's just me. He's alive. Because I don't trust women. Damn. He's incredibly calm. Oh man, Vincent Price, what a treasure. Can we just give it up? Can we get some clapping emojis in the chat there and in the comment section for Vincent Price? Give it up for this guy. He is absolutely amazing. Oh, this guy. Somebody want to close the door to the acid pit, maybe? Maybe one of the most, he is the crazy Ralph of the story. The entire time, that's pretty much all he has to contribute. And none of what he said was true. Allied artists. And that wraps it up for the house, or just House on Haunted Hill, as the credits roll here. Carol Omart. When you're just a little more expensive than Kmart, you go Omart. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be Googling her later. I'll tell you that much. For totally normal reasons. Nothing weird. Yeah, guys, that wraps up. Boom. There it is. That is House on Haunted Hill from 1959, starring Vincent Price and Carol Omart. Man, that one's pretty fun. I would say I like Night of the Living Dead more, and I think I like Carnival of Souls more as well. But I do like this style of horror movie from back then, those William Castle movies. They are like a good, I would say they're just a little bit better with like a party kind of vibe, like having some friends over and just sort of like, joking around and having a laugh at it. Because even at an hour and 14 minutes, it seems like everything just sort of comes together at the very end, right? There's not much mystery or breadcrumbs throughout the film, but I do have a fun time with that one for sure. Let's see here. Antonis, another 4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you. Says, will you go live on Halloween night while you pass out candy? I don't know if I'll do something like that, but I'll probably, I'll be live the night before with Lee from Drum Dums. We'll be on late night with the Davy together talking about 1988 horror. And I'll probably go live sometime on Halloween. I don't know if I want to live stream like while we're handing out candy because, I want to be respectful for the people coming up, with their kids getting candy and not just like put everyone on a live or have a live going on like while that's happening. But, I may jump on like before trick or treating kicks off or maybe after. Perhaps I'll just even do like a members only kind of hangout. I don't know. We'll see. But I will be dressing up like Michael Myers and I'll be posting pics so everyone can check it out. But when you're shopping smart, you shop S-Smart. You got that? Let's see here. France says, healing from the tragic wounds this week caused me. Thank you everyone for the love. Absolutely, man. It's it is sad that you lost an artist that you really enjoy. That's tough, man. Raymond says that still stands up 65 years later because Vincent Price is a badass. Yeah, I mean it's definitely like if you don't have somebody like Vincent Price, like if you have a movie like that and you don't have like Christopher Lee or Peter Cushing or Vincent Price or I'm not trying to leave anyone out, but one of the other like big names of horror, those guys are probably like the big three, at least of this like era, then that movie is not nearly as good. It is like Vincent Price takes it up multiple notches, at least for my viewing experience for sure. Yeah, guys. So there we go. Got the little thing off of there so we don't have the timer. Let's go ahead and close out the poll at 36 votes, guys. We've got 86% of the people saying, sign me up for staying the night in a haunted house for $100,000. And 13% saying, no way, no how. So you guys are pretty darn brave. You would kick it there. And I guess now that we know that there wasn't anything really supernatural going on at all. It was all just a ruse. Yeah, not so risky, I suppose. Not so risky. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, Big Rod. Davey, you remembered the poll. I'm trying to get better. I swear. So yeah, guys, what I've got coming up next on the channel here will be I'm wrapping up my edit on the It's Me Billy Chapter 2 movie review. So I should be I believe that one's going to premiere tomorrow in the morning. And then I've got an Evil Dead franchise ranking that I'm going to edit after that. And I'm in the midst of shooting the Bride of Chucky review for Antonis, the last episode review from season 1 of Tales from the Crypt. It's called Collection Completed. Looking forward to shooting that one. And then, guys, I'm going to do a Halloween franchise ranking and a Child's Play franchise ranking. So it's still going to be really busy closing out the month here. The next time I will be on live, I believe I'm going to be on Flet's Movies and Pop Culture 13 on Monday, the 21st. Boom, there it is. And then the next time I'm going to be live on my channel is going to be Tuesday, the 22nd. We're going to go back to how to make it better, and we're going to talk all about Halloween kills. So if you guys missed the previous live where I go through Halloween 2018 and talk about how I would make it better, go ahead, head on over to the live tab on the channel and check that one out so you can be all caught up for Tuesday's episode. And yeah, those are pretty economical. We sort of get in and get all the information out. I catch up with you guys after each one of my adjustments that I would make, and that's it. Pretty cut and dry and a fun time. So yeah, guys, I think that'll wrap it up for me tonight. I know there's so much more going on YouTube. I want you guys to hop around and be able to enjoy all of the great content creators going live and putting out vids this evening. And yeah, thank you guys so much for kicking it in the chat. Really appreciate everyone who is watching on the replay as well. Thank you so much. If you're watching on the replay, Don't forget to leave a comment. It really helps push the stream. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and share if you haven't yet. Really appreciate all the subscribers, of course, all the patrons and channel members as well. Welcome to our new 5 channel members that we just gifted tonight. That's always exciting when we can build the membership like that. And speaking of which, members, I'll be making a post about our next, members only stream here shortly. It'll probably be a watch party for Tales from the Crypt. So maybe we can squeeze that in this weekend. And of course, hop on over to the channel, participate in the poll about Leatherface, and share your thoughts in the comments. That way, when I shoot my little video about that, we can pull some of those comments out and, showcase them during the video. That would be pretty cool here. Really appreciate you guys so much. You guys fuel everything we do here at the channel. And man, it wouldn't be fun to sit here and watch old school 60-year-old movies almost 70-year-old movies without you guys kicking it in the chat with me. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Hope the weekend is incredible for you and your teams win and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, guys, that will wrap it up for me this evening. And until next time, I've been and will continue being Davey Deathray. Take care.